This is a quick overview of the analysis of the results that we took on my last visit to Dunton, where we talked about recording a WAV file on a Svantek instrument. In this case it was a 958A, the 4-channel sound and vibration analyzer. And we recorded some signals both in the listening room and also outside. I'd just like to show you how we can manipulate those signals by using the SVAN958A software from Svantek, which is a free download. So if I just open SVAN958A, this is available to anyone, so you can sort of install it at home and play with it. And it's designed to download and process results from any of the Svantek instruments. However, this time we recorded a WAV file, so we've got some sort of fairly basic analysis capabilities in here, and this will allow us to set up the calibration when we come to import the WAV files to Artemis. So if I just open the first of the files, the first was a calibration tone, 94 dB calibrator, and you can see here that we've got a nice sinusoidal waveform. The scaling here at the moment is in decibels, so I'll just change the y-axis to pascals, and you can see the calibration tone is giving me about 1.4 pascals peak, which ties up nicely with about 93.8 dB. So here's the signal. I can play it back, so you can probably hear that nice pure signal there. These particular recordings that we took when I visited were A-weighted, so that sounds particularly clean, but you can choose to either pre-A-weight your recordings or not, so that's really just a function of the measurement setup. So what can we do with that signal? Well, if we have a look at the header info, the scaling is obviously correct in SVAN958A because it knows all the settings of the instrument, so the instrument type, serial number, sample rate, 24-bit recording. It also knows the range that the sound level meter was on, and it also has what we call a PAK sensitivity, which allows us to scale it when we open it in Svantek applications. Now, Artemis, when it imports a WAV file, won't be able to read that directly, so we just have to do some simple analysis just to make sure that when we import it we get the right numbers. So the way to do that is first of all maybe to analyze this file. So there are some sort of basic analysis functions in here for this file. I'll get rid of the ones that are already in there, and we'll start from scratch. This is the calibration tone that we're going to be processing, and if I just pull that up, you can choose either to take the whole data or just to work between some markers that you can set. So it's a little bit like Mark Analyzer in Artemis. But we'll do the whole file. This particular recording is A-weighted, so I can't really change that, but if it was a linear recording I'd be able to choose some standardized weighting networks here as well. So what can we do? Well, this is a list of stuff. Again, this is a bit like Artemis in that you've got the analysis pool here. Let's maybe do a 3rd octave spectrum. Again, you've got some parameters here. I can have a sort of time-weighted detector, and also I can choose to do an analysis over some fairly fine time history, so I can make a multi-spectrum. In this case I just really want to maybe take the whole file, so I've probably got about 20 seconds of data here. So we'll add that analysis and we'll see what we can do. So if I press analyze, okay, there's not enough data there for 20 seconds, so that's caught me out. Let's just edit that, we'll put it to 1 second, whatever. Analyze that, and now here is the result. Somewhat confusingly, it's still on a linear amplitude scale, so I'll change that, and we can obviously have a look at the data here. So there's our nice peak there at 1 kilohertz, and also you can see at the bottom here I've got 93.8, so spot on calibration. Okay, so that's the analysis, if you like, so that we know that that's correct in SVAN958A. So all you have to do is to import that WAV file into Artemis and do a quick analysis, see what numbers you get, and then adjust the calibration on the import so that it will automatically do the calibration for you. If we just have a look at the real data, so if I close this file, don't want to change that, and open the startup. If I just open this, let's just auto scale the X and the Y axes, and you can see here now we've got a situation. You can probably hear me talking here, and then the startup of the engine, and then the 3 toots here. So if I start here and play that back, that presumably is familiar to you. So again, this was A-weighted, this signal, so we're sort of obviously focusing upon the audio bandwidth. Okay, so that's the signal that we're trying to analyze. Again, we can go into the wave analyzer. Let's put in a different type of third octave, so we'll add third octave LEQ, so, and this time we'll have a nice fine resolution, and I'll also say put a fast time weighting on the third octaves. So if we add that, there's some other stuff here that I can do as well. I can do FFT, for example, so there's some parameters there if you like. Again, let's put some overlap in there, see what we get. Alright, so we'll add that. So now we can analyze. A bit more of a crunch this time because it's taking I don't know, a few seconds of data. So again, this is a bit like Artemis, where you hit the calculator button to get your analysis. So here, for example, we've now got our results. Here's the third octave spectrum, and now I can start off at a particular point in the time history. Probably just scale this a little bit better, and like so. Again, this is a bit like Artemis in that you can move things around, so to sort of show what you want. So let's put it to something sensible. So now I can play this back, and here you can see the spectrum as the cursor moves along, so you get a live picture of the third octaves as we do the analysis. So here we go. Ooh, need to just bring that down a little bit. And again, this is just a third octave representation, but also we can have a colour scale, sort of a sonogram representation as well. So just sort of flipping between them. So very nice and easy to use, nice little application to allow you to do quick looks and see what sort of quality of data you've got. So take a look at that. If there's any questions about that, let me or Aidan know, and we'll go from there.